Hey guys, I haven't done a smoke detector video in a really long time. Well, actually it hasn't been a really long time, but I haven't done a complete entire demo type video like I used to do in a really long time. So, I feel like this is a great way to kind of bring that back. What you're looking at here is a GE Home Sentry, but I already have GE Home Sentries. I already have three actually. This is a model that I've actually wanted for a really long time. This is the 8201-301. This is the 9-volt battery model, the very last of the larger square designs that they made in the late 70s. I've wanted one of these for, gosh, at least 7 years, since I saw Game Alarm's video all those years ago, and I'm so happy I finally have one. I got this one from Jack Williamson yesterday. He gave it to me in trade for my Honeywell TC89B1000. I still have the 1018, which is the rarer of the two. So this smoke detector, as I said, was made in the late 70s, and it was the last one, like I said, to use the larger square design before they switched over to this design, the rectangular design with the open vents. And I'll go ahead and open up this detector for you. And here's the inside of it. As you can see, it has the basic metal triple slot sensor. They did use, earlier they used the sensor with the multiple holes in the top, but they stopped using that a while ago. You'll also notice it has the black star buzzer, the same one that was used in the 12.6 volt models and also in my Pyrotector Heathkit photoelectric. I don't have a battery in it right now because all the batteries I have are currently low. I do have a battery right here though, so I'm going to put that in when it's time to test it. Up here is a sensitivity adjustment. Now there should be a little white plastic oval shaped piece covering that, but it fell off, went missing some time ago. I don't know. Jack said it didn't come with it, so I guess it must have broken off. So now on these detectors you have to use an alkaline battery. If you don't use an alkaline battery it will not work. And here's the label. Notice, of course this detector was used, so I don't have a manual, unfortunately. Here's the inside of the cover, as you can see, if I can get a good view. It says, right here's a battery installation date thing. It's pretty cool. They tell you, you write down when you put the battery in and you just make sure to replace it. I wish they put, well actually I think they do put that on the newer KNCO SMBs, but I don't know. They should come back with that. So it says up here, General Electric Smoke Alarm Model 8201-301, Bridgeport, Connecticut, made in Ireland, of course. Warning, use only batteries specified in Note 4 below. Use of a different battery may have detrimental effect on detector operation. Normal sensitivity, 1.0 volts. Caution, contains radioactive material, americium-241, and it does contain 2 microcuries, just like the other one, all the other ones that have the triple slot sensor. It says it right there on top of the sensor. You can't really see it, of course. It's right there. Trust me, right in here. Anyway, continuing on. Okay, so then it goes down here. Test each week by depressing test button for a few seconds. Alarm should sound, indicate unit is operational. Slots in aluminum smoke chamber should be kept free of dust. If necessary to clean, avoid getting dirt inside chamber or damaging surrounding components. Replace battery when test does not sound alarm or when unit repeatedly emits a short warning sound. which is what it does with all my batteries because they're all dead. Constant exposure to 45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit, or 85% relative humidity may reduce battery life to less than 1 year. Use Mallory battery, also known as Duracell, MN1604, or Everready battery number 522 only. Or just any alkaline, actually. It doesn't say that, but refer to Use and Care booklet for installation and instructions. Refer to National Fire Protection Association Standard Number 74 for additional information available. From National Fire Protection Association, 470 Atlantic Avenue, Boston, Massachusetts. So, yeah, the cover is still a little dirty. I have not cleaned it, but that's okay. Like I said, it was used. So, also, another problem that it has is that these GEs have a problem with the cover hinges. You know, two of my other home sentries also have broken cover hinges, and this one, as you can see, one of them broke off, so the cover doesn't want to stay on. But here's the back of it. As you can see, no label on the back. Made in Ireland is molded into the plastic on the back of the base. So let me go ahead and put my battery in, and we will test it. So I'm going to put the battery in the clip. Oh, and I forgot the UL sticker is right there on the side. So I'll put the battery in. Just hoping it doesn't chirp. Okay, and now we'll test it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Try it again. Okay, so I really do like the sound of it. It's not as loud as my Pyrotector Heath kit, but it is still really loud, and it has such a unique sound with that black mechanical star buzzer. Let's test it again. I think the reason why it's taking so long to test is because the battery's dead. It wasn't doing that earlier. So now, see, chirping because the battery's low. We'll test it without the cover. I'll disconnect the battery now and discharge it. So, yeah, it's got issues, but you know, I'm still really happy. It's a really cool one. Pretty big unit, actually, as you can see compared to my hand. Not as big as the old Teledyne water picks, though. Those were huge. So, now let's go over GE's timeline here. I have my other two home sentries right here. The 8201-201 right here. This is the 12.6 volt Mercury battery model. The 8202-201, the 120 volt AC model. This is the earlier one, I believe. And the 8201-401C, which is the latest one. So, I'm pretty sure that the 12.6 volt one came first. Although, they made an earlier 12.6 volt model, the 8201-101, which had a different horn, a different sensor, because if you look inside of this one, if I can get the cover open, because this one's cover is a pain to open. And this one is, the reason why this one's so white, because I got this one new in box. It wasn't used or anything. Let me try opening it this way. I got one of the latches open. There. So as you can see, it has the same sensor, same horn as the 301 here, but it uses the 12.6 volt model. And there's what that little plastic covering that goes over the sensitivity adjustment would look like, except it would be bigger on this one. I'll open that up for you again, as you can see there. And then inside of the 8202 here, I can open this one up. This one's not normally a pain to open. There. you can see this one is a slight bit different. It's got the multi-hole sensor, as I mentioned before, and this one's got the Edwards horn. The 8201-101 had the multi-hole sensor and the Edwards horn, but it didn't have all this extra circuitry here. And then, of course, so I'm actually not sure which of these came first, because I thought that the 12.6 volt one came first, but I think this particular model, the 8201-201, came after the hardwired, this particular hardwired model, the 8202. So I'm pretty sure this one came first, then this one. And then, of course, they switched to the 9 volt after the Mercury batteries were made illegal. And then we all know that they switched, after that, they switched to the 8201-401C, which was, and this is one of the earliest versions of the 8201-401C with the brown base, metal triple slot sensor, and the trumpet piezo horn. So, yeah. So that's the basic timeline, I believe. So first came the 8201-101, which was the 12.6 volt model of this. Then came the 8202-201 here. And then I think they made the 8205-0. The 8205-0 was a different hardwired model, which had the triple slot sensor and the regular Kobishi squealer horn. Then they made the 8202-20 or 8201-201, and then they went to the 8201-301, and of course from there to the 401C. So, yeah, kind of confusing. They made a line cord model in there sometime in there as well. Not sure when that one. We don't even know what the model number of that one is. We just know that it exists. So now I'll go ahead and show you where I've seen these before. The first time I ever saw these in person was at an open house years ago. Actually, both of the times I've seen these were at open houses. I don't know which one came first, so I'm going to say that the first one, I'm just going to say that the first one I ever saw was the one in the open house that we went to years ago, that I recorded a video of it. The video is still up on YouTube, you can find it if you want, but I didn't test it or anything. It was one of these, it was in the basement of the house on the side of a shelf, and that house also had the First Alert SA76RS and a Firenetics first generation F900D with the squealer horn. I am still mad at myself for not asking for those, because I would have loved to have another SA76RS and a first generation F900D. And then I also saw these in another open house. It was a townhouse actually by my old elementary school that we went to look at just for fun. And it was 3 levels. It was a really strange townhouse. It was like the basement was like a walkout basement, so it walked out in the backyard. And then the second floor, of course, and of course the third floor was where the bedrooms were. And they had one of these on every level. And one of them, the cover, I think the one in the basement, the cover had opened up, and I was trying to close the cover. And the lady was like, "What are you doing?" The realtor lady was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, the cover opened up." And she's like, "Oh, well, thanks for helping, I guess. I don't know." But I also still regret not asking for those, because, I mean, I would have had 3 of these. So I have seen these before, installed. I don't think I've ever seen them anywhere else. Unless I'm missing something, but I don't think so. So yeah, that is about it for this video. So thank you for watching the smoke detector video. That is the GE Home Sentry 8201-301, as well as the 401C, 201, and 8202. So thank you for watching.